Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Entour Chill by ADJ. This was released earlier this year at NAMM and finally dropped June 8th of last month. The ADJ Entour product line is focused on giving entertainers and lighting pros access to cutting-edge atmospheric effects with bubbles, jets, smoke, and now a 800-watt continuous output low-lying fog machine with the Entour Chill. We can think of this as kind of the middleman between the Mr. Cool 2 and the Entour Ice, or Nimbus. This is coming in at around $399 and offers a great affordable option for that low-lying fog effect with more impact than previous models. Not too long ago, I actually did a complete walkthrough of the Mr. Cool 2, which is a 700-watt low-lying fog machine with a continuous runtime of about 8 minutes. And that's really where the biggest difference lies between that model and the new Entour Chill. Now, both the Mr. Cool 2 and the Entour Chill have about a 3-minute warm-up time. What's really remarkable about this particular upgraded unit is that it has up to a 1-hour continuous cycle on a 1-liter full tank full of fluid and filled with 5.5 pounds of ice. Now, you can set this to an intermittent cycle if you don't need the continuous output. That means no additional heat up time. Once it's heated, it stays heated, so it will continue to pump out a dense, low-lying fog until it runs out of juice or ice. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get this thing out of the box. First, we're going to take a look at what the Entour Chill comes with, as well as go over some of the new upgraded features. Now, this will work with ice right out of your refrigerator, but I want to take it the extra step using dry ice because obviously it will get the fog much colder. And since I think a lot of DJs are going to be looking to this to see if it would be appropriate for the dancing on the cloud effect, I want to give this the best chance possible. Now, the Mr. Cool 2 is a great unit, but when I was doing my previous review, I honestly felt it wasn't fair to compare it to something like the Entour Ice or a Nimbus. But the fact that this has received some pretty significant upgrades, I'm hopeful that this could be an affordable option for any DJ looking for that dancing on the cloud effect. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the Entour Chill. The Entour Chill is super easy to use and only takes a matter of a minute to get set up. So what's in the box? Well, it comes with a locking power cable. Insert it into the machine, twist to lock it in. You can actually hear it snap. It's a very secure connection. And then to release the power cord, simply pull back on the switch and pull out. Included is ADJ's proprietary FFFTR MK2 wired timer remote control, which can easily be connected to the unit like so. The remote allows you to easily control the intensity of the fog. Features include a timer on-off, continuous and manual buttons, as well as duration and interval potentiometers. And lastly, it has a water collection bag and polyurethane tube that attaches directly to the water drainage valve on the unit. Simply take one end of the tube and push it into this blue connector. Take the other end of the tube, place it inside the plastic bag for easy cleanup and spill-free operation. Couple friendly reminders here. Obviously, always make sure the tube is connected prior to using the machine and that the water drain valve is open. When finished, close the valve off, and a great feature is that this tube is actually really secure on the machine. So to get this to remove, you have to push in this blue connector and then the tube will slide out nice and easy. Now that we've seen what's in the box, let's take a look at some of the new upgrades to the Entour Chill. The first upgrade you'll notice is the new rugged fire-resistant plastic case. This thing is robust, well-made, and designed for professional use. And I love the fact that it has a matte finish so that it's resistant to fingerprints, it's easy to wipe down and clean. I'm also happy to say that even though this has received some significant upgrades, it's still very convenient, compact, and easy to move, and only weighs about 17 pounds. The Entour Chill has a familiar layout like their other devices, including a 1-liter fluid reservoir, as well as a high-capacity insulated ice chamber that can hold up to 5.5 pounds of ice and secures nicely so it keeps everything cold and all the fog on the inside of the machine by simply screwing down the latch. One of my favorite upgrades is this new transparent LED fluid window. So not only can you see where your fluid is at in real time and top off as needed, but this window actually illuminates colors depending on your unit status. As the unit warms up, the LED display will let you know that it is getting up to temperature, and you can also see that the fluid chamber is showing red. This is letting you know that it has started its 3-minute warm-up timer. Now, while this is warming up, I just wanted to let you know that this is literally completely silent. I do not hear anything, and actually, while I said that, it now switched over, ready to fog, and now you can see that the fluid has turned green. We now have a clear color indicator that the unit is ready to use. One last cool thing, when the tank gets low, I would say probably to this mark right here, this will actually turn red and start flashing to let you know that you are low on fluid. On the back, you'll find a easy-to-read 16-character LCD display that presents a menu for configuration of the operating parameters. By simply hitting the menu button, you can change the interval by using the up and down buttons, as well as the duration, configure your DMX, quick start, and tank lamp. Over here, you'll see your on-off switch, the safety of a NFB, as well as your remote input. We have a 3-pin DMX out and a 3-pin DMX in. Now you can use these DMX sockets on the rear to connect to an existing DMX system to allow the effect to be triggered by a lighting board or software control system. All right, enough with the boring stuff. If you want more information, you can go to adj.com, contact your favorite retailer, read the manual. It's time to get to the testing. So I'm gonna get all of this packed up. I'm actually gonna be heading to a special site. It's a surprise to run these tests, so stay tuned and we're gonna have some fun with the ADJ Entour Chill. First stop of the day, I am at Danbury Ice House picking up about 8 pounds of dry ice, and I also picked up a 7-pound bag of regular ice. I got it loaded in the back. Really nice guy here. So I am going to now go to my special location and get set up to run the test on the ADJ Entour Chill. You all are probably wondering what that special space I've been talking about is. I've actually partnered with a local automotive and detail company called S&S Automotive, and they specialize in custom modifications and really high-end detailing. And they wanted to do a photo shoot, so I offered to come up with some of my premium lighting, and now all I have to do is get my ADJ Entour Chill set up, and then I can begin running the tests and we can start this photo shoot. Entour Chill has been running for about 5 minutes now, and I figured I would give you a look at what the room looks like and how much of the fog has risen. This is with the dry ice, and I don't have a lot of smoke rise. There is some, but if we look up at the ceiling, I really don't have any fog that rose up that high. I'm really impressed with this. I know if I walk around, it's probably gonna disturb the fog, which is maybe the issue we might have with Dancing on the Cloud. There is zero air current. There is no HVAC, there's no fans. The air is super stagnant and it's working great, but I'm pretty sure as soon as I start walking around, it's probably gonna rise. So actually, let's do that. My Dancing on the Cloud test. So I'm going to take you with my selfie stick and let me walk around in the clouds and see what happens to the fog. So I'm just going to kind of walk around, kick it around. We'll go for a little spin, kicking my legs. We can see a little air current with this moving around. So like I said, I'm dancing around. We are getting more disturbance with the fog, to be expected. But if we look up high, it's still staying pretty low. So I'll dance around a little more. It's a good thing I'm in a closed shop so no one can actually see what I'm doing. All right, we spun a couple times, so let me go to the corner. The fog is still staying pretty low. I'm running my first test with regular ice in the Entour Chill. It is creating a low-lying fog, but I will say that the fog is not staying as low as it did with the dry ice, which is what I expected. The ceiling still looks pretty good, but the smoke is kind of hanging out around here, and I wasn't having that with the dry ice. So this is really cool for any type of theater, creepy graveyard effect, car photo shoots, performances, things like that. I would not use this for Dancing on the Clouds with regular ice. And also don't forget, there was nobody really walking around disturbing the fog, and it still rose to this level.
For all time's sake.
Done running my test. I've been doing this for about probably 3.5, almost 4 hours of constant recording and running this through cycles and stuff. So I figured I would come and check my liquid collection bag. Works great. This is about 5 pounds of ice right here, and there is none on the floor. Everything is nice and dry, so that did its job. I just went and checked the floor. The cool fog doesn't smell like anything, and I looked around on the floor and there's no sticky residue. Everything feels nice and dry. The only little water was from the ice that I had dropped on the floor when I loaded the unit. It's day 2 here at S&S Automotive. I have my pink Subaru here to finish up the photo shoot with the ADJ Entour Chill. They absolutely love the low-lying fog and are really excited to get these photos up on their website. So while I was here and we're wrapping up this photo shoot, I figured I would give you my final thoughts on the Entour Chill. Overall, it is a fantastic low-lying fog machine with high output. Honestly, it's one of the best ones out on the market. It works great with conventional ice and works even better with dry ice. This would be awesome for any Halloween party, theatrical applications, fashion shows, photo shoots like this, or any venue where fog is allowed. I give this thing 2 thumbs up. That being said, I still think it's important to make sure that we have realistic expectations with the Entour Chill. This shouldn't be compared to something like the Nimbus or the Entour Ice, which come in at around $1,500. This comes in at about $400 and is still classified as a fog machine. Therefore, the fog will always act like fog, meaning once the fog begins to warm up, you will inevitably get some rise no matter what. But I will say I am very impressed with the dry ice results, as well as how quickly the cool fog dissipates. So I would not use this for the dancing on the cloud effect with the regular ice, but if I needed a great low-lying fog machine, I would absolutely use the Entour Chill for that. I would maybe consider using the Entour Chill for dancing on the clouds with dry ice, only if the environment and the room was appropriate for it. But as a disclaimer, you should always check with your venue before using fog-based devices, as every fire system is different and has different triggers with different types of particulates and smoke and all of that. So always get clearance from the venue before using this product. So in closing, I'm a firm believer of using the right tool for the right job. If you're upselling dancing on the clouds, consider something like the Entour Ice that is designed and appropriate for that application. If you just need a one and done quick solution, this could work for dancing on the clouds as long as you are using dry ice. The cool fog works great, no smell, no odor, no residue, and it dissipates quickly. And as a general low-lying fog machine, this thing rocks. That's gonna be a wrap. Thank you so much for watching this video on the ADJ Entour Chill. I am DJ Rachel and hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and share if you did. Feel free to comment below. If you own one of these, I would love to know how you're using it, what you love about it, or maybe any future suggestions for future products with ADJ. Thank you so much. Stay well, and as always, happy mixing. I gotta get back to this photo shoot.